Module 2, Strategy in Influencer Marketing. Number 5, Metrics for Advertising Campaigns with Bloggers. Checklist, criteria for successful advertising campaign. In social media, influencers are no longer just users with a large number of followers. Now they are professional bloggers who use marketing tactics to prepare and distribute their content. As a result, the management of influencer marketing is changing. One-time interactions have been replaced by full-fledged campaigns with quantifiable goals and costs. These changes require a new approach for working with social bloggers and media. Why do you need influencer KPIs? Before you launch an influencer marketing campaign, you need to develop a measurement strategy. Since you're unlikely to want to put money on the table for big promises, having a clear measurement matrix is simply necessary. Here are 4 main reasons why. 1. No guesswork in the decision-making process. Numbers are always more convincing than words. With KPIs for influencers, you can make decisions about choosing social accounts for your campaigns without making major concessions in price and terms. Number 2, easy budgeting. Influencer KPIs help you quantify the ROI of your campaign. You can compare your results to costs before your social activity is activated. This saves you time and money. Number 3, managing influencer marketing on a new level. Analyzing influencers by KPIs allows you to build or update a database of the best bloggers in your niche. With a pool of brand advocates, you can simultaneously launch large campaigns targeting different products, audiences, or regions. Number 4, develop an influencer marketing strategy. With all this data, you can refine your influencer strategy or create a new influencer marketing program from scratch. For example, you could activate more campaigns with micro-influencers than ever before, or reach out to celebrities. What to do while starting an advertising campaign with bloggers. Audience. Find out if the blogger's audience matches your brand's audience by looking at the demographics of their subscribers. Age, gender, location, and language. By analyzing topics, location tags, and post style, you can understand the blog's audience. Average engagement rate. Next, check how many comments, likes, and shares the influencer's posts earn on average. You need to make sure that everything the influencer does, stories, tweets, videos, or videos on TikTok, gets people talking and interacting with his or her content. That means your brand has a better chance of being talked about too. Publication frequency. Also pay attention to the frequency of posts on the influencer's account. You should estimate how many tweets or Instagram photos he or she creates per day or week. This is important if you're going to run a campaign consisting of multiple posts. Content relevance. The last point relates to the key themes of a blog or social account. You need to measure the frequency with which you publish content that is relevant to your brand. I'm sure you'll agree that if your company is a cosmetics manufacturer, collaborating with beauty bloggers may be more effective than with sports fans. Ideally, a post dedicated to your brand should seem like a constant for subscribers. This is what's called native advertising. When you analyze stats and topics, be sure to check to see if your company values match those of the blogger. It's much easier to work with influencers who support the same ideas and have the same interests and beliefs. They can easily incorporate your message into their content plan and get it out to their audience. What to avoid? Unfortunately, influencer fraud is real. Sometimes there are fake accounts behind thousands of followers or likes. That's why you should have the time and accurate data to monitor an influencer before contacting them. If you find suspicious jumps in the number of subscribers or views, don't hesitate to ask the blogger to explain them. If the answer seems unconvincing, it's best to back out of the deal. Poor results from previous campaigns run by the influencer is another reason to think twice. If other brands in your niche haven't achieved their goals in this collaboration, your chances of success are slim. By the way, you can contact these companies to get firsthand feedback and dispel your doubts. Also, analyze the blogger's communication style with the audience. Avoid influencers who are passive-aggressive, constantly judging everyone and ridiculing everything they don't like. So what KPIs are used to track influencer campaigns? There are 6 key metrics you can use to evaluate your collaboration with influencers. One small note: when we say metrics, we often mean a set of measurements that describe a particular aspect of a campaign. Indeed, it's difficult to conduct a thorough analysis of an influencer campaign with only a few simple characteristics in mind. Number 1, growth in brand awareness. It's common for brands to partner with influencers to increase their social media awareness. Depending on your goals, you can promote your social account or webpage through popular bloggers. Either way, you can measure your campaign's effectiveness using the same metrics. Audience growth is one such metric. The more people who see your content, the higher your brand awareness will be. That's why an increase in the number of followers on your social page is a good sign. To make sure new followers come to you after an influencer campaign, you can use mutual followers to see all the people subscribed to both you and the influencer. To get accurate results, check the number of mutual followers before and after your campaign. This feature is available on many social platforms, such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Impressions show how many times one user has seen your post. Reach shows the total number of people who can see it on the social platform. If these numbers are above average, it means your message is reaching a new audience. These are usually included in the reporting that social media provides. Number 2, engagement rate. Social media users always react to posts that hook them in some way. A controversial topic, a noteworthy visual image, or an interesting suggestion may prompt them to like, comment on, or share that post. To calculate the engagement ratio of your influencer campaign, you can use the following basic formula. Engagement ratio equals total number of likes, shares, and comments divided by number of followers times 100. Marketing experts agree that a good engagement rate is between 1% and 5%. However, the source data always depends on your industry. You need to analyze your engagement rate by considering more than just the number of likes and followers. The mood of the post, positive, negative, or neutral, also matters. Number 3, click-through rate. Brands often launch influencer campaigns to boost their sales. In such cases, the posts contain links to landing pages with special offers. To evaluate the effectiveness of such campaigns, you can calculate their click-through rate, CTR. Click-through rate equals number of clicks divided by total number of impressions. CTR is usually expressed as a percentage. It shows how many followers of an influencer are willing to convert into your customers. As for YouTube, normal CTR is from 0.5% to 0.7%. For Instagram, it's around 0.6 to 0.7%, and per TikTok, it's around 0.8%. Number 4, brand sentiment. This metric measures the overall sentiment of the influencer's audience towards your brand or product. It can be determined by analyzing the comments and feedback left by the influencer's audience on their content. Understanding brand sentiment will allow you to look at overall customer satisfaction, loyalty, and engagement, visible through purchase behavior. Taking a deeper look at the purchase behavior of your clients will allow you to make changes to your marketing strategy and align them to suit the consumer. Number 5, cost per engagement. This metric measures the cost of each engagement generated by the influencer's content. It can be determined by dividing the total cost of the collaboration by the number of engagements generated. There's no ideal CPE. However, CPE makes it easier to measure your return on influencer collaborations spend, especially if you understand the potential dollar value of an influencer. Number 6, return on investment. This metric measures the overall return on investment generated by the collaboration. It can be determined by comparing the total cost of the collaboration to the total revenue generated as a result of the collaboration. By monitoring these metrics, you can evaluate the effectiveness of your collaboration with influencers and make data-driven decisions to improve future collaborations. Checklist criteria for successful advertising campaign. In today's lesson, we've looked at 6 key metrics you can use to evaluate your collaboration with influencers. In the next one, we'll learn why competitive analysis is critical for your brand. See you at the next lesson.